didn't even think were possible. So, you know, what can we do? You know, I think Dennis is an amazing rider, and yeah, to try to beat him, it's a big goal for me, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. But
right, there we are away with our SuperliteR and quick run here now with Dennis. Congratulations. Is that an old dog trick? Is that we're going to put it down to years of experience?
Oh, I don't know about that. I was riding as hard as I could, and Bailey was riding awesome. It's great to ride with someone like that you can pass real close and real hard and not touch. And you know, I was doing that to him, and he was doing it to me, and we're both, you know, both doing it safely. So no, it was an awesome ride. It's probably one of my best rides I've had in a long time. So. Absolutely fantastic, and as soon as he came under me in the sweeper there, I knew he had to run wide, so I stuck it out wide and up the inside of him. I've done that 1 or 2 times before here, so I knew I'd have him by the line, but it was only just.
Only just indeed. Over to you, Spider. We're stealing the show, but what a great run it is.
All right, and stealing the show out there in the Superlight class is Sean Harris again, the number 37 machine, and out there in the front at the moment, leading the pack as we got, I think, the third to last race of the day, and in second place, I think it'll probably be Johnny Lewis, and or maybe Gavin Veltmeyer. Have to wait till they come through. Gavin Veltmeyer is it Johnny or is it Gavin? That looks to be like Gavin in second place, Johnny Lewis in third place, and we've probably got Scott Sutherland on the third trial machine there in fourth place. Hey, I got to take a couple of shout outs to 2 Rays that are missing this weekend. Ray Whittam, long-time New Zealand commentator, done the New Zealand Superbike Championships a few years ago, many times back from the Marlborough Series, and has done many a weekend commentating down here at Ruapuna. Ray unfortunately passed away the week before Christmas, and just over a week before Christmas, and rest in peace, Ray. And also Ray Shearman, one of the stalwarts of the Canterbury Club. I tried to come down to his funeral when he passed away later on this year. Unfortunately, Jetstar had other ideas. I got to the pub afterwards and there was about 6 people left. I come down to pay my respects to both Ray Whittam, Shearman, but also come down to pay my respects amongst friends, the Motorcycling Canterbury, who've lost a great warrior, a great man, and a great supporter, and a great worker from the motorcycle fraternity. So Canterbury, Motorcycling Canterbury, I take my hats off to you, losing one of your long-time workers, hard worker, old Ray Shearman. So those are the 2 Rays, Ray Whittam and Ray Shearman. Back to what's happening on the track there. Number 37 is making a meal of it. I don't know what his tyre situation was. He said he had a new tyre, but he can be a bit schizophrenic sometimes. You might have seen someone else's new tyre. No disrespect to Sean Harris. Actually, I'm full of respect for the man, for his talk over the last couple of years of making a comeback and spending a lot of years off the racetrack, a massive amount of injuries from an Isle of Man TT crash that would have killed most people, and here he is. He's come back, not just come back to have a ride round. He did so well at Whanganui on this 10-year-old bike, a 10 or 12-year-old bike in the Formula 2 class. Not eligible for the Supersport 600 class because of engine work. Formula 2 Supersport 600, not the same beast. So he went home, disabled a cylinder on this 600 Suzuki, and made it into a 450. And look at the way he's doing the riding style. He was, I think, third on the all-time winners list at the Cemetery Circuit. Won an Isle of Man TT, at least one Isle of Man TT, set lap records over there, and also punted the Britain and got the only finisher Britain has ever got at the Isle of Man TT. I think he finished 33rd over there. Didn't reflect how well the bike was going there. They just stalled it on the, or they had to stop it in the pits to petrol it up, and because of the high compression they had trouble starting it. So that's where it put him back to 33rd place, but certainly the only man to finish an Isle of Man TT on the Britain, and been around all sorts of motorcycle racing sport, and look at the dominance he's got in this Formula 3 Superlight.
Spider.
Yep.
Coming at you, Spider. Thank you indeed. Just to cut over the top, guys, because we haven't given the 125s the credits they deserve because they were part of our Pro Twin lineup. Just here at the moment, first of all, to Ashley. Welcome back, Ashley. You enjoying it being out there again on a 125?
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's something I've always missed. It's been a long time coming, and yeah, I come back for it. And so.
All right, indeed. How's Ruapuna today in that wind?
Oh, the wind doesn't seem to affect me. I think I've got a bit of a gut, so keeps me on the track a bit better.
Right, you going to do the rest of the series?
I'll definitely do the next 2 rounds, and I'll see where I am and see.
Hey, if you're top 3, mate, you better be going to Auckland for 1 weekend and be 3rd in New Zealand would be great. Well done, Ashley. Good effort.
Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. All right, next up, Daniel. Well, Daniel, we weren't quite sure whether you were staying on the track or off the track. Man, you've been on the edge this weekend. How's it been?
Yeah, enjoyed the setup with the 125 that Steve Ward, and I'm hiring the bike from him to make up numbers for the 125 class, and yeah, it's partly Chris Nelton's bike as well, but yeah, the setups, all I am is just the ride. It's been a fun weekend, and enjoying the series so far.
So what experience have you had here at Royal Puna, Daniel?
This past season I've been racing a 250 Ninja in the King of Puna. Last time I was on a 125 was for one season in about 2006, 2007. So it's all come back quite quickly, but yeah, I was never this good. I've never enjoyed it this much.
Well done, great to see. So there we are, Daniel Harris. Well done, Rogan Chen. I promise you, Rogan, we get an opportunity on that podium. Well done, 3 out of 3 today. But you've had to work for those races.
Yeah, it's good this last race. The first two I kind of walked away with it a bit. Hard to focus towards the end, but no, it's had a bit of a crash this morning, and all the best to Matt Hoogie. Hope he has a speedy recovery. But yeah, after the crash this morning, I was a bit off in the first race, and lucky to bring it back for the last one, but I had to fight for it this time.
Well, we have seen Matt Hoogie has come back to join us here today, which is great news, and hopefully you get a recovery in time for next week. More importantly, how are you feeling? Can you go on and win this one at this early stage?
Oh, I'm hoping to. It's a good lead, winning 3 races. Sets me up good for Teretonga, but I've never ridden there before, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Well done, there he is, Wellingtonian. It's a great effort in first place, Rogan Chen. Thank you, Spider.
Okay, back to the Superlight racing out there. We've got Sean Harris out the front. Best lap time, 38.819 on his last lap. He's just getting better and better. We've got 7 laps to go. The battle is on for second and third place, and it's been Johnny Lewis and Gavin Veltmeyer, hammer and tongs. In fact, when they went over the start-finish line, they're 0.1 of a second between second and third there. It looks about the same there, but I think they've changed about 2, maybe 3 times positions in the last lap with 7 laps to go. There's Sean Harris on the Eurobike sponsored machine. Miller's Car Centre from Auckland has provided this machine as a 600, and as I said later on, it's turned into a 450. That's a great thing to do. And Gavin Veltmeyer there putting in a 141.17 ahead of Johnny Lewis's 147.39. Johnny Lewis wearing the number 54, Gavin Veltmeyer wearing the number 3. Jacob Stroud goes through there on the 11 machine. He's moved up from 5th or 6th up into 4th place, and put in his fastest lap of the race too with a 139.962, so second fastest on the track. Scott Sutherland, James Knowles, Mike Talbot, Carl Merriman, Max Olsen and Brent Garvin on the 95 machine round off the top 10, and right there it's Jacob Glubb and Graham Boyd going through there with 11, 12. Derek Partridge is lining up here. I think that's him coming onto the start-finish straight in 13th place as well. Out for the race is number 21, Grant Robertson, and of course Matthew Hugenbosom. The big important thing I can say is after we thought Matthew Hugenbosom had a lot of injuries early on, we never publicly stated it, but that was what the rumour was going around. We try not to say anything till it is actual fact, and the family are happy with it, but Matthew Hugenbosom is wandering around the track, so great to see, and yeah, absolutely great to see. The action is on for second place on the track. It is still Sean Harris out in the front. The battle is on for second place. They go into the dipper, and Gavin Veltmeyer there in second, but not for the one to try. And Johnny Lewis tries to take a big dive up in the under the inside, but not quite making it. And in behind him is Jacob Stroud. Jacob Stroud's getting faster and faster. We'll have to have a look at the lap times there. The only man in the 38 is Sean Harris. Country mile ahead. The New Zealand Grand Prix trophy awaits him in just 5 laps. 2 more races to go in the day. I think 2 more races. We've got the development, junior and senior, and the Bears Formula 1 and Formula 2. And then we go down to the prize giving out in the Canterbury Car Club rooms. You can go down there and get yourself a brown Powerade if you want. And there's also food going on there. They've also got light refreshments. If you don't want a beer, they've got Coca-Cola and Powerade, just normal Powerades and that sort of thing. So the battle's on out there going into the Icon Corner for second place. It's spread out a little bit. They're coming across lappers there. It has spread out. Gavin Veltmeyer has got a big bite of that second place there, maybe 80 metres ahead. And in fact, maybe, has it spread out, or is that Jacob Stroud come through into 3rd place? Jacob Stroud has possibly come through. He misses a gear coming out of the hairpin. Misses a gear, and that's played into the hands of Johnny Lewis, who closes right up in behind him. But wow, what a comeback for Jacob Stroud there. He's been starting off the back of the grid in this class, is he not, or is that the 250 class? No, it's a 250 class. Got a bit confused there, I'm not too sure. In fact, no, Jacob Stroud went out in qualifying with the wrong tyre on there, so he didn't get disqualified, but he got put back to the back of the grid. that's the situation, I'm pretty sure. So good on you, Jacob, from riding off the back of the grid. And there we see him coming into the infield there, right on his tail is Johnny Lewis, the 54 machine. Last lap we saw second, third and fourth place all set the fastest lap of the race for themselves. So Sean Harris slowing a little bit. He's got, knows how much he's got in front of him, or behind him I should say, 39.4 as opposed to a 39.6. So a 7-second gap nearly, 0.2 of a second. Nothing's going to happen there unless we see Sean make a mistake or have a machine failure. So we don't want to jinx him. Gavin Belmont goes through there in second place. Third, it is Jacob Stroud, followed by Johnny Lewis. Gavin Belmont gets faster and faster. He's put it down into the 139s now, or more into the 139s with a 139.491. Now the lap record for this Superlight class was set way back at 11 by Jason Easton on the Tincraft, the English built machine, and a 137. So that's not under threat at the moment, Neil Ritchie. Sorry, he didn't even have his microphone on. He's busy enjoying a bit of munchies courtesy of Underground Ground. Sorry about that, Neil. Sean Harris still disappearing off, goes into the Fulton Hogan corner. And it is Gavin Belmont there in second. And Jacob Stroud making a gap on Johnny Lewis. There was quite a tight spot between the two of them a lap ago. There's now probably 30 metres. He's now starting to try and reel in Gavin Belmont with 4 laps to go.
All right, great to see, of course, with Sean Harris, and man, this guy's been delighted. He's shown it more than anybody else, I believe, and so highly capable of taking it all away with the Grand Prix victory. So Sean Harris, special bike, special rider, great to have him back. Last one here was 2004, riding the Suzuki GSXR 450, courtesy of TD1 Chassis Shack. The man from New Plymouth, Sean Harris, has been racing now for 30 years. 30 years of racing for this guy, and still throwing everything back at it as we look out for the Johnny Lewis, trying to get the pass up there. Couldn't quite get through, so Johnny putting all the pressure there on Jacob at the moment. The young man from Nelson up against 17-year-old young hotshot in Jacob Stroud. Let's hope Jacob can carry on with some great racing that he's shown over this series. Of course, came here 4 years ago for the first time to ride with the young guys in development racing, and look what he's now starting to do on a motorcycle. Great to watch. So Sean Harris, 37, your race leader. Number 3, Gavin Belmont. 11, Jacob Stroud, just from Johnny Lewis. That margin between them of 0.269. Going back to Scott Sutherland, the number 12, the Nelson 450 Yamaha rider, courtesy of Philco Farmers Ford and Scotty's Auto Shop. So nice to see there with the Yamaha 450. Interesting that we've seen the domination here of the former 600cc bikes with the one cylinder missing now to make them a 450. So they're effectively being super sport bikes, and that now makes them as part of this series. So they drop out of the other class. There's the 95 to go past of the ever capable Mr. Brent Garvin, one of my heroes out of Timaru, courtesy of Site Services Limited on his RNZ 450. He has been a regular competitor at the Burt Munro Challenge, and back in 2014 he had a bit of a off on the opening corner, and it just gave him a little bit of a knock. He also had another crash here last year, so he's not done anywhere near as much racing over the last 2 years. So nice to see him making a comeback ride here today on his modified RNZ 450. Another man that when you look at the bike you wouldn't have a clue that it's actually an ex-motocross bike. So there it is, and Johnny Lewis making it stick, folks. So that's all important, because I tell you what, Jacob Stroud with the potential of not making it on the podium, because 4th place, well, is the first one everybody forgets, because we'll have a photo to prove who were the top 3 and on the line. There he goes, Mr. Sean Harris out to lead them. Great effort as we check it back to 2nd place in Gav Belmont. Gav starting to show us his class late in the day, and then we go to the 54 of Johnny Lewis. Jacob Stroud, can Jacob come back, Spider?
Well, I hope so. It's all I'm keen on anyone, as long as they do it nice and safe. Certainly Johnny Lewis got the better of going Christchurch.
Oh, damn, just when you had it earlier.
Yeah, going into that thing. Thank the people on the chat line. I was giving you I'm not surprised by qualifying to push back to the back of the field because of the wrong tyre choice for the qualifying. The tyres in the Superlight class, what we've got out in front of us, are open. So he must have made that mistake in the 250 Prodi class. So
yes.
Yeah, that is right. So thank you, people, for but certainly afterwards have a look at Sean Harris coming through there. We've got 2 laps to go. He's coming across the lap there. He'll just pass him.
Grand Prix.
Casino Carousel, got it right, and it is 37, Sean Harris. I think this is the age of 37 was the age of Sean Harris' father. Number 37 is the race number. He's going to get number 1. Maybe he's going to get number 1 back this year.
I think there was a time when he was 43. He was 43 as well. Was that? How's that in our memory? No. We'll go for 37. I know he's been a long time fan of it. Just thought there was something to throw in there as well, that he did have a different number. Maybe it was just shall we say, a coincidence that he was on a different bike. But well, we were hoping in some ways for Jacob Stroud to come up. No offence indeed to Sean, Gavin or Johnny. It would have been just nice to have seen the young man on a podium, but maybe he's still got to wait another year. So here we are, ladder stages and a flag coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Harris, what a run to come home. Look at this, he's getting excited about it. You betcha, yes, all the way. Sean Harris and a GP title, great endeavours as Gav Beltmire comes through. In fact, that last lap from Gav was an amazing 1:39, whereas Sean's, he was already getting excited. He lost 2 seconds on it. He was 1:41. His best, in fact, had been a 1:38, so it was actually 3 seconds slower than any his previous best time, but it didn't matter. He was building the excitement. He was starting to do his arm moving, showing more excitement, and I tell you what, Spider, that's going to be one of the highlight podiums that anybody's going to be able to cover here today.